All right, hello everyone. Just getting set up here. Looks like everything is good. All right, so this is Jazzy Jeff with episode 4. Finally made it to episode 4 of In the Store at 4 here in State College. Just want to start out by saying I'm not really sure what happened last week. There was some weird technical difficulties. And the episode that I posted did not show up on the Facebook page. It did not show up anywhere on our feed. So sort of as a joke, but we are serious if you can find it. If you guys can find the missing lost episode of In the Store at 4, we will give that person a $5 free coupon to use in the store here. But I'm not exactly sure where it went and why that happened, but I'm going to continue to label the episodes from here on out. I'm not going to redo that episode. But for those who missed out, I did the boxed NES games, so a few people did tune in. For those that missed out, I apologize that you were not able to watch that. But at some point down the road, I will do those games again. But let's move on to some other things. So today, I decided to, I don't know why, I was just kind of in the mood to go around the store and pick out all of the Disney games that we have. So when I say Disney, obviously I'm mostly just focusing on the Disney cartoons, Pixar shorts, things like that. I'm not going to be going into any kind of live action shows or live action movies or anything like that. I don't really have too many of those games anyhow, but there won't be any Star Wars or anything like that. This is strictly old school, 70s, 80s, 90s Disney. So, first up, let's go all the way back. We'll start with the oldest games, and then we'll move forward from there. So, hopefully, I go in some kind of coherent manner. As always, if you guys have questions or comments, leave them in the comment section, and I will answer them as the show goes on. So, up first, might as well just start with the best, with the original. We got the Disney Adventures in the Magic Kingdom. Look at that. So if you can't afford to make the trip, the plane ride is too expensive or too scary, well, you can now experience the Magic Kingdom right from your couch on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Brought to you by Capcom, of course. So there it is in the Magic Kingdom, and that is only $7.37. This is one of our rack games. And speaking of rack games, if you pick up an NES this month, this could be one of those free games. So keep that in mind. Thank you to everyone that is watching. I do not see any comments yet. Michael Carey, thank you for watching. I'm starting to see a few names pop up here. All right. Moving right along and staying with the Nintendo Entertainment System, I have Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. So here we have a little bit of a more higher-end title. That's why it's $12.37. This one you don't really see too often. It's a very fun side-scroller. This is also an awesome cartoon series. Can't go wrong. So we got a little bit of Chip 'n Dale's there. Also made by Capcom. So for all of you NES fans or Chip 'n Dale fans, come on down and grab your game. So those are the Nintendo games. Moving right along. Up next, of course, we have the Sega Genesis, which was the competitors to the Nintendo. And the Disney game on there is the Jungle Book. And we also have it on the Super Nintendo. Here, there we go. I get a little bit. Still getting used to this new camera, so I do apologize if you guys are having trouble seeing anything. $6.37 for the Super Nintendo one, and $5.37 for the Sega Genesis one, so literally the same price, just about $1 difference. Another very fun game. You get to play as Mowgli, of course, and go through the crazy jungle levels here in the Jungle Book. So, two really fun games. Obviously, we got those on the Super Nintendo and the Genesis. Sticking with the Genesis, we have a few boxed Genesis games. So here we have Aladdin, of course. Can't go wrong with some Aladdin. One of the more well-known, popular titles here. This guy's going for $18.37. We got this complete in box with the manual. And for one of those cardboard boxes, this is actually in really good condition. It's tough to find these not too banged up or smushed, because most people either throw them out or didn't take care of them. So we actually have a really nice one. So if you guys collectors out there, very clean looking, no stickers, no marks. It's very, very nice. Thank you for the likes, of course. So, as always, feel free to send as many emoticons as you want across the screen. Have some fun with it. And thank you for joining me on this slightly sunny day. It's starting to get a little bit nicer outside here. So, thank you if you're watching. All right, up next, sticking with the Sega Genesis, we have the Lion King. Another great game. Pretty hard. Definitely one of the more tougher games for sure. If you like challenge. But not to mention, it's just a fun game all around. And it's the Lion King. You get to play as a lot of the classic Lion King characters. So, Jesus. So there's the back of the box. Got Timon and Pumbaa dancing. Good stuff. This bad boy is going for $15.37. We got a complete in-box with the manual, game, and everything. Can't go wrong. So there you go, Sega Genesis, and that is it for the Sega Genesis. So now I'm going to move on from there. And up next, I'm going to slide over to the handhelds for a little bit. I just happen to have this close by, so I'd show you guys this real quick. Got the Game Boy Advance. So speaking of the Game Boy Advance, got some Game Boy Advance games here. I have Disney's The Incredibles. You guys remember that one? That's not too long ago. It was a pretty good one, the superhero one. And we also have The Incredibles Rise of the Underminer. So if you guys can see those. So for our Incredible fans out there, as well as Game Boy Advance fans, I know there's a lot of you guys coming in the store asking about Game Boy Advance games. Well, here they are. Picked out two for you. This one's $3.37. This one's also $3.37. So not bad. About $7. You get two games. 2 for $7. Pretty good deal in my book. Sticking in the handheld realm, going a little bit back to the Game Boy Color, we have here, if this camera wants to focus, there it goes. We have Monsters Incorporated. And that guy is only $3.37. That's not bad, man. Really good movie. And I actually looked up this game before I did the video. Some neat stuff in this game. It's pretty cool for Game Boy Color. There's a lot going on for a handheld game for sure. So if you guys are looking for something a little different and something fun and Disney related, grab Monsters Incorporated. So there is that. Alright, now we're going into newer gen systems, so the next realm. So after the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo came the N64 and the PlayStation 1 era. So speaking of the PlayStation 1, we have Bugs Life, and speaking of the N64, we also have Bugs Life, and here they are. We have it for both systems. Once again, there's just $1 difference between them. $5.37 for the PlayStation 1, $6.37 for the N64. And both of these games would count as rack titles. So if you guys come in and pick up a PlayStation 1 or an N64, you would essentially get this game for free. That's an awesome deal. Obviously, I'll touch base on that at the end of the video. But a couple more, just giving you guys more reasons to spend your hard-earned cash down here at State College's Cartridges Galore. And there is the back of that. Giving you guys a little bit of idea of how that looks. Alright, so really good condition, rack titles. We try our best to keep everything nice and clean, spick and span. Alright, speaking of PlayStation, we have Toy Story 2 on the PlayStation 1. So this guy is one of our higher end titles, $13.37. This is another game that I actually personally don't see too often. Did look up some gameplay footage on it, and it certainly seems a lot better than the Toy Story game on the Super Nintendo / Sega Genesis. Didn't really care for that one too much. So, my favorite Disney game, Jazzy. I'd have to think about that one. I'll tell you guys at the end of the video. It's a little tough thinking offhand, but I should have an answer for you at the end of the game. I mean, at the end of the video. So there is that. Toy Story 2. Bug's Life, hardest final level ever for a children's game. Wow. Yeah, see, I don't know about the last level, but that's hilarious. But yeah, we got those right here. So thank you, James Specht, for watching. I appreciate that. Tell your friends, family, grandmom, everybody, get them on here, get them watching, get them commenting, get them liking. All right, so I'm starting to come to the end. Up next, you go to the next realm of video games, the Xbox, the original Xbox, the green box itself came out. And on that guy, on that system, we have Finding Nemo. So here we're moving into the next chapter of the Pixar series, and we have 537 on this game. So there is that. This game, I did not get a chance to look up. It was kind of a game I found at the last minute. But it certainly looks pretty good. And at $5 for Finding Nemo game on Xbox, that's a pretty good deal. Absolutely. And hey man, if you're a fan of the film, you got to get the game. I mean, look at that. That looks awesome. Just looking at that makes me want to play it. So there you go. Alright, and then swinging over to the GameCube, which was out pretty much around the same time, we have Chicken Little. So, almost didn't realize that this was a Disney film, but it says right up here in the corner, Disney's. So it counts, and it's a cartoon. So there you go. Save the world. Don't be a chicken, be a hero. Little chicken. Boom. Do you guys have a shelf for just about every console? Yes, we do. We have a shelf for almost every console. Obviously, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, Xbox 360, as well as Xbox One. We have Wii. We have GameCube. And then we have all of our higher-end showcases for pretty much every system. Obviously, including Sega and Sega Saturn, Sega CD, and the Dreamcast. So we do have all that. And, as well as 32X. And mine, I'm either saying one of the NES games, DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, or Toy Story 2. So time. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I mean, a lot of the games that aren't here, like Darkwing Duck, I really like a lot. DuckTales, I like a lot. Wish we don't have that. But we did have that just sold. A lot of those games are a lot of fun. Little Mermaid's actually a pretty cool game. It's a pretty fun game. I like that one a lot, Michael Carey. So I was kind of thinking of some of those. DuckTales soundtrack, absolutely. Can't go wrong with that. I know, I wish we had that game. I will definitely be making a visit. Thank you. John Clark, thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for participating. And once again, Michael Carey, thank you for participating. Mickey's Castle of Illusion on Sega is pretty amazing too. Actually, speaking of Mickey, I almost forgot one game. It's actually right here. I'm currently playing Epic Mickey on the Wii. We don't have that, but I do like that game quite a bit too. It's very hard and very long. But speaking of Epic Mickey, we did just get in Epic Mickey Power of Illusion for the 3DS. So jumping super far ahead into the present day game systems, I was able to find a new age game complete in box, of course with the manual, and the game is right there. So we got everything here. We got new stuff, we got old stuff, just about anything you could think of, you name it, we got it. Brian Lowery, thank you for watching. Got some Crash Bandits. What's the only one? Or yeah, I know he means Bandicoot, but Connor's checking for me as we speak. I'm kind of mobile right now. We do not have any. I'm assuming, Brian, that you're talking PlayStation 1. We don't have any of the Crash games for PlayStation 1. We did, but they all sold. They sell pretty quickly as soon as they come in. We have a few titles of Crash's later games. I know we have like Crash of the Titans and stuff like that on the Wii, and on I think we have we might have a handheld Crash of like the Game Boy Advance or DS But once again, they were starting to sell pretty quickly. Otherwise, yep. So that's what I figured you were asking. But yeah, man. So there you have it, ladies and gents. I wasn't going to take up too much of your guys' time, but I'll give you a few more minutes here for the time to catch up, because I know Facebook Live is like 30 or 40 seconds behind. But yeah, so today, like I said, was the Disney games. So this is as much as I could find, and who knows, guys, there's probably a lot more that I missed. So I challenge you to come on down to the store, find some more Disney stuff, come on out, take a look at everything. I'm going to do a quick flip around and just kind of give you guys, John Clark, I know you were asking about what the store looks like, so I'm going to kind of flip the camera around and give you a little idea of how it looks. Alright, man, so there you go. So just to kind of give you guys a little tease of what you're missing out on. I'm in a different location today. I'm usually at the front of the store, which is that direction. One other quick thing here before I finish up today's episode. If you guys don't have any other questions or comments, I always like just kind of reminding you guys of what's going on as far as our deals. We are continuing the free rack game with any console and with any handheld. So please don't forget, guys, if you're looking to come in and get a system, this is the month to do it. We're almost down to the last week now in April. So there's this weekend and then next weekend, so 2 weekends left of April. So make the best of it. Come on out. We hope to see you. Come on out, pick up that system that you've been saving up for, and pick up that rack game for free. Might as well get a free game, you know what I mean? You can't beat it. And do it now before the, before the promo changes. And then one other awesome thing, we got tickets. We got tons of tickets, and we need you guys to come on in and trade your stuff in so you can fill out these tickets for a chance to win a $500 Visa gift card. So look how many chances you guys got. We got a whole roll of tickets. All you got to do is just bring some stuff in to trade in. Old games, old systems, old controllers, anything. Bring it in. We'll quote it. We'll give you cash. We'll give you store credit. Fill out one of these and enter to win a $500 Visa gift card. Once again, guys, the month is coming to an end, so you don't want to miss out on your chance. It's a simple process of trading in. People trade in stuff all the time. So why not do it now and win a $500 Visa gift card? That's awesome. Chance to win one. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you, Brian Lowery, of course, for watching. Thank you to everyone else who joined in today's In the Store at 4. Also, like I said before, if you guys can find that long-lost episode, whatever happened to it, I have no idea. It's probably gone forever in the annals of Facebook history, or annals, or however you say that word. But anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and finish up this episode. Hopefully I clicked the right button. Nick Henry of the Live at 5 fame, he told me to make sure that I hit publish. So I'll make sure that I hit publish. So Nick, if you're watching, let me know if this goes through. All right, guys. So once again, thank you. We're located at 233 Northland Center, right next to Giant and right next to Brothers Pizza. So for you guys that are having trouble finding us still, come into the Giant parking lot, drive in there. As soon as you see Giant, drive in the parking lot, and we're going to be right down between Stylized Hair Design and Brothers Pizza right here on North Atherton on the south end of town. All right, guys. And, of course, make sure you check out Live at 5. That is the Altoona store, and you can check them out on their Facebook page at Cartridge Galore, Altoona, of course. So I am Jazzy Jeff. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great rest of your Friday.